live. Yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! Hey, welcome to the Talkitoutshow. What's going
Welcome
on?
to the Live Wednesdays.
Yeah.
With Joanne.
And Lydia.
Okay.
That's how you do it.
All right.
Yeah. So we have an amazing topic today. I don't know what it is, but we have one.
I just said more business talk because I know that she's ready to talk business.
I can always talk
She's
business.
ready to talk business all the time.
All the time.
Yes.
Okay, so before we start, I made some cauliflower fried rice with some chicken thighs. Because I had no thought process, and I tell you, I've been asking people, what should I make for lunch? What should I? Nobody answered. So we were just going to lemonade because that's what I wanted. But
You want what?
we were just going to lemonade because that's all I wanted, and nobody was helping me with the decision. Because, you know, I don't know. Like, I would love to. One day I want to make a seafood dish. But that's
that you like.
Yeah, like the pepper soup.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that was really good.
that'll take forever. But let me pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this food that we are about to receive and eat. And thank you for giving us the nourishment of this food. And blessing us to be able to eat natural and good and healthy. I thank you for that. Also, I just thank you for all the people that's watching us. And I thank you just for blessing over us. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
I'm going to eat before my food gets cold because I don't like cold food.
Right. Right.
And it's hot.
Why is this still going on?
I was going to make regular rice. Man, we got cauliflower rice. Could cook some cauliflower rice. It's healthy. We can call this a low-carb meal.
It is very much so, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, let me try this. So, with the cauliflower rice, do you put your own like seasonings in it or whatever? Oh, okay.
Yes, I did. Because I don't come with season. It just has all the.
And this is just what it is.
And I just want to make sure, but I couldn't cook it down the way I wanted to because we would go live.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you want to cook it down more?
Yeah. Because it's still have liquid in there.
Okay.
But it's good. I got it from Costco, and it's cheap. It's only $4.99 for a big bag, and you get like I think 6 bags.
Oh, they have a serving size, the servings, and you just use one serving, one bag.
I just 2.
Oh.
Because
I'm having this for more than that. You need to get some more than that.
There's a lot of stuff I need to get. There were some of these roasted bell peppers at Costco. Only it was more than my budget. I don't want to get them, but I never had them.
What area were they in?
The frozen where I got this and the vegetables. It's just all roasted vegetables. Like zucchini.
Oh, like where you got the broccoli and stuff like that? The florets and stuff? Okay. Well, I think a lot of people, a lot of stores and stuff are realizing that people are trying to be healthier. So I do see how they're trying to offer more things, which I think is cool. Like when you go into, like for me, like if you never go to a regular store and your vegetable section, they always have like some type of cauliflower rice, or then they have the little tater tot thingies that are like the broccoli ones or the cauliflower ones, or they have different, you know, a lot of different items that people, a lot of people are becoming more vegan friendly as well too. They know
because they are keto and low carb friendly. Now they're becoming vegan.
Yeah.
Because I heard they made it. I want to try it too, and I'm scared of tofu. I don't think I've ever had tofu, but I'm scared of it.
All right.
But they made frosting out of it, and it looks so good.
I'm scared.
I'm thinking about making it.
Did you try the mayonnaise yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just got it yesterday, and we don't even got the buns yet.
Oh, yeah. Or you guys gonna use it for like burgers and stuff and
I'll probably use it for sauce.
oh yeah, that'd be nice, huh? Make
Yeah.
it easier. Make it real easier. Just different sauces and stuff. And you can mix your
Because the
ketchup with
avocado mayonnaise that we found. That's what we're talking about. Avocado mayonnaise. And you said what?
You can mix your homemade ketchup with it. That'd be nice. The fries.
Yeah.
They
This time I made the homemade
be
ketchup.
fries over here, y'all. Okay?
Oh yeah, we love fries.
But that's nice and quick. You know what I'm saying? When you're hungry and you need something.
And then there's also, you gotta think about as close to regular food you can get. Oh, sorry. Hey, beautiful ladies. Hey, sweetie. How are you? I missed it. What are you eating? Okay. I love that cauliflower mash. I haven't had a cauliflower mashed potatoes yet. I made it one time with broccoli, a little broccoli for it. Like I put like one broccoli for it in it, and it was really good.
That probably was really good.
But I haven't had the store-bought one. Tofu is amazing. I love it. See? So before we eating chicken thighs with the cauliflower fried rice.
What vegetables in?
Yeah, because it has corn,
Peas and carrots.
and bell peppers. So have you ever tried the tofu with the frosting?
Yeah, I never heard. That's just the first.
I saw it on YouTube and I was like, yeah. It looks so creamy.
Really?
And I was like, yeah.
Because tofu is just soy, right?
Yeah. But I was thinking, like, that'd be so good.
Yeah.
And see, because then I won't be thinking it because it doesn't look like tofu.
Yeah.
So I won't be thinking it's tofu.
Yeah. That would accompany a lot of the desserts you guys try to make and stuff.
But I am gonna make coconut frosting.
Oh, okay. That should be pretty easy, huh? You just use a coconut oil and put like agave or whatever sweetener you're gonna want.
Yeah, they usually always put stevia, but I don't like stevia.
No. How quickly did you go through, or do you guys still have the maple sugar?
Oh, that's gone.
You gotta make that again, huh?
I do. It's so gone. And
That
it's
was
so
easy.
good.
I can imagine.
It's like gave that nice, some kind of rich flavor. Because I'm not gonna say it tastes all mapley. But
The probably was good for things
she
that
said no, just savory, not sweet. Smoked tofu is lit. Okay.
Okay.
I've been always scared to taste it. It just doesn't look like it has a nice texture to me.
Have you tried it fried? Because a lot of people like it fried tofu as well.
I've never eaten it at all. Have you? Have you eaten tofu?
I think I have, yes.
Did you like it?
It was okay. Because tofu, at the time, I mean, it might have been while we were doing this. I don't know. At the time, you know, people, they always said it takes on
Any
the flavor that you, whatever you do. So it's just basically kind of like whatever you cook. And me, at the time, I think when I was using it, probably was making like a stir fry and, you know, whatever, you know, it could use it in place of meat or whatever. So, I mean, but there's so much that you can do with it. Because of like Ciroc and stuff, he doesn't like it because they say soy's not good for a man. Just like how canola oil's not, you know what I'm saying, down in that area. So, a lot of times we don't do the soy stuff too much. But, I try not to do that too much. But
so new season has the best. I'm thinking the same fried. Sorry, fried tofu. Yeah. I kept reading friend. That's why I put the glasses on. I knew it wasn't friend. So fried tofu.
Okay. Yeah. So these, whatever you did with the thighs I love anyway. They're good. I just love chicken thighs. You know, and I think that's it. Sometimes when you're trying to eat like this, and you guys need to actually eat some food, It is hard to think of stuff to eat sometimes.
It's different all the time.
Mm-hmm. You do, especially if it's something that you've been eating for a while.
And my thing is, I'll be thinking about side dishes. Like, you can change your meat all the time, but side dishes is hard.
Mm-hmm. Because you also think about potatoes, brown rice, and some. But I like the rice. Especially the way you guys flavor it, because you know when you do those liquid aminos and things like that, it really does help the taste and the flavor and stuff. And as long as you're seasoning stuff
I know when we said we was at Coco, you need some soy sauce. I was like, we barely use the soy sauce. You're like, it's using amino. I am using amino all the time. Somebody should have never taught me about amino, because that was it. I was scared of amino just because of the name.
I did too. I never bought it for years because of that.
But then one day, our one sister came over. She was staying here. She made roast. She brought some amino. And the roast was really good. And then she left it.
I think for me it's because I watch Tabitha Brown a lot. And she uses that a lot. And like I said, there's whatever that, furikake, whatever I'm trying to figure out what that is, because that's one other thing that she uses a lot as well. And some kind of a seasoning or something. So I'm going to try to figure that out and see what that is.
Yeah, online.
Yeah, because I really do.
Online is the best place to find good food.
I need to figure that out. But
my sister yesterday bought me a real yam, because apparently we've been in the U.S. thinking yams was yams, and they're actually just another version of sweet potato. And this is extended family of sweet potatoes. So I told Mom, can we make a sweet potato with the real yam?
Well, that's gonna be interesting. Make the pie, you mean with it? Have her make the pie?
Yep.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so crazy.
You said her sister uses Bragg's. Is Bragg's the same as amino acids?
It's the same. It's the same. It's a brand. What is amino acid? I want to know. Hold on. I don't know. What is it? Cause it just.
What is amino acid? I'm not trying it up actually.
I'm making a soy sauce.
Oh, that lemon tongue cake looks so good. What is amino acid? Now you just ain't talking today, okay? Look at you. I was waiting for her to tell y'all. Now I gotta read it. Amino acids are organic compounds that contain amino and carboxyl functional groups along with the side of chain specific to each amino acid. This is not telling me a dang thing. The key elements of an amino acid are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, although other elements are found in the side chains. That did not tell me nothing.
So you said what is liquid amino acid?
Liquid amino acid? What is liquid amino acid? Liquid aminos. That's that. What is liquid aminos? It says the same damn thing.
I guess that's this.
I guess we just will not know.
Because it's so, to me, the taste is so familiar to like soy sauce. Is she saying something? Oh, I mean,
nope. Says.
Okay, just making sure. That's why I'm trying to figure it out, because I know that it, to me it gives off a similar flavor to me. You know what I mean? Or reminds me of it as such. So I think I probably bought some and I haven't really used it. So it's probably somewhere.
Yeah.
Are you guys allowed to use Worcestershire sauce?
Nope, because there's sugar in it.
Oh, okay.
Because I was gonna buy it yesterday.
Yeah.
And like everything was good, and that one little word sugar just popped out.
Yeah.
Because that's what helps mix a good barbecue sauce to me.
Yeah.
But then they said a substitute for that is balsamic.
So what do you feel like when you're making your homemade ketchup?
Mm-hmm.
How's that? How are you doing that? I mean, are you just taking the tomatoes and cooking them down? I mean, what, you got to take the skin off and everything? You gotta do all that?
Mm-hmm.
Or can you just blend something up?
Okay, give me just a second. So what you do on ketchup, which is like the most easiest thing to do if you have the time, I guess. So you get the tomato, you cut out the little thing in the middle, wash them, of course, cut them into fours. You got emulgazi, stick them in there. Well, first cut them up in four, put them in a strainer, put a little salt on it so you can try to get a lot of the liquids out. Then put it in your pressure cooker.
Okay.
Put it on vegetables, 10 minutes, let it steam for 10 minutes. Then take it out, pour a lot of that water out.
Okay.
You can keep the water in there, but it's going to take longer for it to
cook down or whatever.
So pour the water out, blend it. If you got the hand food blender thing, you can. If not, put it in your blender. Blend it up, then put it through a regular strainer or your mesh, whatever you want. Then throw the rest of that away, and then take that one that all was strained out, put it in there. Now you season the way you want. So I put in mine. I put all my seasonings that I love in there. Then I put like maple syrup and agave nectar. For some reason, I have this thing where I gotta mix my maple syrup and agave nectar together.
So you feel like you can use that for like spaghetti?
Mom has made spaghetti with the sauce. Yes.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, Mom even made barbecue sauce with the sauce. Okay. And so,
like I'm making
and it gets like, and the good thing about it is you can make it how flavorful you want your ketchup to be, and you can make it as thick as you want. And I say if you're gonna do it thick, I always say before you really get to cooking it or make it a slurry, so you can pour it in there so it can get really thick as you want it to be. Because now you're gonna be cooking for a long time to cook that sucker down. But you just want it to get to a nice consistent. What if you don't use it? Because I only use cornstarch one time. But if you don't use it, you put it on the plate, and then when it falls down, if there's no liquid ahead of the ketchup, if liquid ahead of the ketchup, then you know it's not done. Yeah. But me, I want it to be stuck. You know, that's the whole reason why we buy Heinz and Hunt's and stuff. But I can say I love the flavor of my ketchup. So, like, when you went to go buy ketchup, I didn't feel bad. Like, I didn't feel like I was missing anything. I just was like, I gotta cook my ketchup. You know, but I was like, it wasn't like I was missing anything because now I have more flavorful ketchup to me, and I enjoy it. And it could be because I've been on the for so long that I just enjoy it. And so it's something I'm happy with, you know. But, you know, it's like, there's some things you don't mind making your own, but then there's some things you do. Because
it gets you some time consuming sometimes. Do you feel like, okay, that cook down process, how long do you really think that cook down process of it to become the consistency you want it to be? Is it a few hours, or, I mean, is it like do you put it on like low or something and just let it just keep on cooking down for the ketchup?
Really depends on what your temperature is. Okay. You know what I mean? If you are doing it on your stove, you know how high you can have your stove, but you know you don't really want it to bubble so fast. So I would say about 30 minutes to an hour for the ketchup to actually cook down to the consistency that it needs to be. But I would do that while I'm doing other stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. I wouldn't be doing it and trying to rush it. I would actually do it when I'm not needing ketchup. But okay, I don't really need ketchup. I got enough ketchup here. Let me make it, and then when I'm done with that ketchup, this ketchup will be ready. Okay. Because I like mine to be refrigerated too, so it can really get to that thickness. But you can have it, I mean, some people might just want it straight hot. I'm not all about hot ketchup. There's certain things I just don't mind it being cold. Yeah. You know, ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, those things I'm fine with being cold. Yeah, I like them cold. Because they're mainly always in the refrigerator, so you're
also a lot of times they're served with like hot things, and so it's like that cool like corn dog with mustard. And cool thing is you guys can use mustard because it's just mustard seed and vinegar, right? Yeah. That's easy. You don't have to make that. I make a good honey mustard salad dressing that we also use when we have fried chicken. When my daughter makes chicken strips, it is so good.
And it's just, and it's not like the store-bought honey mustard either. Even though I stole the recipe from the store-bought one.
Oh, okay.
But then I created my own in my head. Yeah. I always do that.
So you know what? We were talking earlier. Then to me, it's letting me know that you are, and you have always been letting the ancestors help you with your seasonings.
Oh. Now, thank you, ancestors, because honey, I was not giving you the credit that you needed.
I really do.
But I was also so good. Because I've been doing the cake in a jar, right?
Yeah.
So I have all these different ideas for my cake in a jar, right? But I was thinking, like, I don't want to keep buying stuff that I can't have. Or making stuff that I can't eat. So I'm thinking about also making my cake in a jar where it's all natural ingredients that is God fast. So I can eat it. But I want it to still taste as good as if I used store-bought stuff. Yeah. When I make my caramel, it would be caramel with like the coconut milk. When I make
the frosting,
the non-dairy with frosting. Non-dairy with frosting is nothing but coconut milk anyway. See? Like I was really looking it up to make sure because I know it said it that it was coconut milk, and I was like, so this whole time, the only difference is they put sugar in it, and I wouldn't be putting sugar. Right. I would be putting like monk fruit or agave nectar or something like that. Because I'm going to have to play with it, you guys. I'm going to really have to play with it. What is non-dairy whipped frosting made out of?
Coconut milk. Okay, here are some recipes.
She gave me recipes. She didn't tell you that.
Yeah, I was saying coconut too. But
that's good.
I want her to talk. Dairy-free whipped cream is a liquid oil and water emulsion which can be whipped into a stable foam. The foam consists of air bubbles dispersed in serum phase. It typically contains vegetable fat, milk powder, sweeteners, water, emulsifier, and stabilizer. So I guess that's not it. It didn't. That's weird because every time I like a beer,
all those say coconut. At least you're on the right track, and that'd be easy for you to do. Then you guys can have it. But then have you guys figured out how to make the cake and stuff?
Well, we've been making cakes. Mom's been tearing up cakes, and I can make a good cake, and I've learned the secret. I told y'all the secret of cakes, right? None of y'all know the secrets of making cakes, breads.
Oh, I think you told us something. You said
banana breads, those type of things. You don't know. I said it's very easy. I gotta go get some.
Oh, corn starch.
Yes, that is right.
I was like, wait a minute.
And that is the secret recipe. So when you guys go to the store and you buy cake flour, it's flour with cornstarch.
Wow.
Yeah. So, because for me, we got to use oatmeal flour or wheat flour. It actually gives it that light and fluffiness to it. I also made it in the pie crust. I made when Mom made the sweet potato pie. So, yeah, I've learned that. I've learned that those are things, and I'm enjoying. That's the thing about it is I'm enjoying food. But to go off of all that to, like I'm saying with the business, I'm doing cake in the jars. And it's only probably a limited time. It's just because it's a new funk that I'm in.
Yeah, and we're doing these markets and stuff.
And it's easy for me to do, at this moment. And I don't think it makes me enough money, but I do like doing them. And I do like trying on it.
And strawberry is so good.
Yeah. And so I'm doing a Better Than Sex cake. I need a different name. I can't remember what we called it when we had our restaurant. But the reason I was saying that is because you guys know that, like, let me tell you, okay, this is my sister Joanne. And Joanne knows what she likes to do. She likes to do teas. She likes to do her sea moss. Those are her real strong passion. Even though she does the yoni steams and stuff like that, I don't think that is her strongest passion. Her passion is really her teas and her sea moss. And I could be wrong, but I'm just telling you from the outside looking in what I feel like are more passionate. So that's what she sticks to. Me, I'm all over the place.
All over.
Like, I don't have a passion yet.
All over.
Like,
over.
I do what I do, and I seriously don't have a passion. I just do things that I like to do, and that's where it goes. And that's, I think, one of my biggest downfalls is because I need to be able to stick to one.
But the cool thing is like, that's the one thing about it is you're so talented. It's not like you're not bad at anything that you're doing. You're good at everything that you do. So it's
yeah,
not
but
like
it takes away from, it's too
another,
much.
yeah. Well, if you had a
too
business,
much.
yeah.
It's just too much. I mean, and the reason, like, there's a negative and a bad. And the reason I want to tell you guys is because you might be in the same funk that I'm in. The reason it's a good is to be able to know all the different talents you got. And to be able to explore which one that you love. But if you remember on our last video that I was telling you, you really need to narrow down the things that you love.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes the things that you love might cost you too much money.
That's true.
Or it doesn't bring in enough money at this moment to replenish.
Yeah, the goods.
So those are things to think about when you're doing your stuff. So I'm like really on a thing where you have to figure it out. And while you're not big at this moment, you can figure it out. But the negative about it is, if you are like us, this is where I feel my downfall is. For when you're like us and we're doing all of our family businesses together, you need to really have an area where you really are going to go. Like, so I have a lot of different things. Whatever the one I'm passionate about or the one I can make the most money is the one I need to elaborate on instead of the other ones. But sometimes you get confused. Because
sometimes you can have so many, and then you know there's certain thing is selling more at different times, so you don't know.
Yeah.
That's the hard part, because like you could go, you know, one day and your tea's selling like crazy, and then the next time you're going, and then your resin's selling like crazy, and so then you're sitting there like, okay, well, but that's why I try to tell people, that's why I think it's good, because she has so many different things that it gives people choices. And we all have so much, we all together have so many different things. But all of us, the majority, other than, you know, Alizé, has the teas. So they got a whole variety of different teas to choose from.
Yeah, but I think like Alizé's is smart. The only problem with Alizé is she doesn't have enough. Because Alizé actually is the only one, except for Ciroc. Ciroc does too, but I'm going to tell you his downfall too. Alizé and Ciroc are the ones because they only have their one.
Yeah. Which
is awesome, but it's just not enough. Because people are looking at what you have. So if you're doing like, if she's going to do her body bugs, sugar scrubs and all that, she needs to have like a 3 line of each. Now you don't have, you know, just have like, okay, this is 3 different flavors of my whipped body butter that goes along with the sugar scrub, because you want to do your sugar scrub first to go with the body butter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then these are my lip glosses, and have your display elevated. And me and Alizé have talked about like having your display higher, lifted up, and more elevated. A Ciroc, his is good. His problem is he only has these little tiny boxes. But he's taking forever to get the big box and do what I said with that, because then his will stand out more. That is like where I'm coming into where my function is. It's like, okay, I can do, even when I don't have any money, I can always do food, because it doesn't cost a lot of money to do food, and you can do a lot in a limited time. I love my resin, and I would still have my resin earring display, but I would just have more resin earring displays, which wouldn't cost me a lot of money because it doesn't take a lot of resin. And then, if I do have anything else, I have a little section.
Yeah, with the specialty items.
Yeah, and it'll have like maybe the spoon rest because people cook.
Yeah.
So that'd be good with my cooking area. And then the part where like a bottle opener, because that's good for your cooking area as well. And then maybe the earring holder, because you put your earrings up in there, and that's a good display. So that would be where I do my limit. Everything else, it'd be like something totally different. Or, you know, when I get all my wine racks done, and the way I want them and stuff like that, and my glasses, then I'll do a display. but have a certain amount where you do your displays of certain things, but make it around your certain area where it's just like goulash big. Because when you're all over the place, and I've been noticing that because I've been paying attention, and you know, Lydia does research and she has to always criticize herself. I can always criticize other people, but I also have to criticize myself, and I'm always a watcher. And I watch everybody's business. I watch everything everybody does and all that. And yes, you can always find something at our table because we are like a one-stop shop at our table. But it is overwhelming. So sometimes you can miss over something. And the reason people go more to our teas than anything else is because that's the biggest variety that we have. Because you have 3 people making teas. So they stick to the teas because that's what you see the most of is teas. But if you saw this area and the most of lip gloss, people then have a section to focus on and be able to do it. But when you have so much, if this whole table was full of a whole bunch of stuff, you're going to look at the one you can see the most of, and that's always our teas. And that's why the teas sell more than a lot of other stuff. Yeah, you can get people like, they run to my hot sauce because most men are not into teas. And if they are, they're okay. Or they're thinking about their woman or something like that.
We have enough, right? Because Father's Day's coming up.
Yeah, so then we have to have hot sauce. Yes. But hot sauce is a thing that is a neutral thing. So it's like, if I'm going to stay in the food area, then I'm going to really have to stay in the food area. I'm going to have to stay in the drink areas. I'm going to have to really stay in that area. Still doing my resin. But I realized I need to do my resin like I do my pictures. When the mood comes that I need to sell it, then that's when, okay, I think this is time. Because you know, like, if you pay attention and if you research where you're doing your marketing, you'll know when and when not to do it. But if you can't display your stuff right, then it's not really the time to do it. So I also think about stuff like that. Because I realize now, when I decided to do resin, so did a whole lot of people decide to do resin. So I think about that. And would I stop doing resin? Oh, no.
But I didn't know, like I said, there's always room for everybody else, and everybody's different and unique. And your bowls are unique. There's different things that you're doing.
Yeah, but I'm not mad that there's a lot of people. But I'm saying, would I lose out on a lot of money if I didn't have my resin there? No, because it doesn't bring me a lot of money. It only on Once in Blue, and that's usually my wine racks that do it, and that brings me in the most money. Everything else is little nickels and dimes, except the earrings, that I can sell the most. So I need to really advertise. Yeah, but I can do that on Etsy or on our Shopify or any other site. It doesn't have to be at that location. Right. And that's where we have to start learning what we're going to sell there. Yeah. And what we're going to sell on our Shopify and Etsy. And are we taking enough pictures to do these things? So it's really about the time consuming of efforts of what you're going to do with your business. But if you're all over the place, it's hard for you to major out and get the sales that you need. If you're all over the place. So you have to literally, I'm not saying you got to rush, because I'm not rushing. And I did not rush. I've been noticing this from the beginning. So it's not something to rush at, but it is something to also look at. It's like, what can you do at this time? You might love doing resin, Lydia. But is resin really bringing in the money? What is bringing in your most money? Well, I would go my hot sauce, the tea. Of course, the tea, because the tea is elaborate. But my hot sauce seasoning and the teas, and sometimes my drinks are elaborate. So now I just got to make my lemonades and my teas extra big. And I got to make my seasoning extra. I got to really elaborate on stuff that I can actually replenish. And then when I make the extra money, put it towards that. And then one day, I'll just come out and display the resins that I want. And I'm not just throwing out stuff out there. Or bring some of the resin to give as a free gift to say thank you. And then I was thinking about that, putting our business card on some of the stuff and say thank you as a gift. So it doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. It's just a display of saying thank you. Because you could do that. So it's those things you want to think, because you always want to advertise your stuff. And you always want to be able to have your stuff on hand. And I realized I can't have a lot of this crap on hand. So I got to narrow it down. So, and I realized that when it was me, you were with Ciroc in the hospital, and thank goodness my nephew is doing good. And we had to keep you in our prayers because, that was hard for you. That was hard for all of us, but, you the mama. But,
hard sleeping in the hospital.
That's true, too. But one thing I noticed when we were sitting there, that we were able to get people to more focus on certain items. And that's what made sales go up, because you got to focus on certain items. And a lot of items don't get focused on because it's not really a need. And it's not really something they're into at this moment. So you eliminate. Like I said, oh, good. When I was there, I was like, good, I'm not doing my sassy cinnamon. That's hard for people to buy because they don't know. But after they start eating my cupcakes in the jar, they're all going to be like, what is that? Oh, that's my sassy cinnamon. Then it can make sales. You see how you can start growing your business differently. But you need to be with your limited stuff so you can sell more of your limited items than before. When it's too much on the table and it's not big enough, it's doesn't show. So like Ciroc and Alizé stuff will not sell as well as our stuff because our stuff is so small, or all of our stuff is so big. You know what I mean? So it's those things like not just packaging you gotta worry about selling it. It's really just
displays and stuff too.
Well, once I stop putting my resin out there, it gives more room, and then try to put get the boxes and then put the stuff on there for that as well. But it is to give the room so people can actually see each side. Like this is the food section, and we're gonna have all the teas. This is the tea section. This is the lip gloss and such section. So you have those main sections so people can actually, when they come to the table, actually get to walk around and see. And the thing about it is, doesn't mean you can't bring anything, because people, I thought you had such and such. Oh, I do. I just haven't had it on display. What was you looking at? And then that gives people a chance to go, oh, I was looking at such and such and such and such. I wanted to see if such and such and such is there. That gives people that more opportunity to have a true visual of what's going on. And if they know you about stuff, then they can come for that.
Yeah, because, recently it seems like a lot of people are getting used to us being at these things, and so some come back for specific things, so it is too.
But a lot of times we might not be going back to our regular spots.
Right.
So that's the thing about it too, because I know we go to this one all the time, but we're not going this weekend. So if they was coming for lemon cake or earthquake cake or anything like that, they would have to literally find us, which I think is a good thing, because then people that will then more follow us on our Instagram page to find out where we at and check us out where we need to be. So then it's more of, oh, I need to find out where the One Stop Family is going to be at, and that's where it goes. But right now, we're always there, and we're not making the money to sustain what we're doing here. We're just putting money into our business, and it's not really bringing us the money back that we need. And it's not like it couldn't. It's not like we're undercharging. It's just if you only buy one or two here, one or two here, you're nickel and diming yourself, and then you're putting right back in your business, so you're never getting the money that you need.
And I will say, I have truly been enjoying it, and I do believe that people do like our table a lot, and I do see, like, even when I watch and look at others, because maybe it's because they just have one thing, I don't know, but it just seems like to me, even though it is overwhelming sometimes, I do believe people enjoy our table because we have so much stuff.
Yeah, and I'm not saying they don't enjoy it, they just don't see everything.
Yeah.
Even though that we go down and do the line, they don't see everything, so people are missing out on the pay. Yeah. So like Alizé and Ciroc, they're missing out on getting paid because they're not being seen. So yeah, people enjoy the table, but if you look at it, they're not focusing on the payment. But when you don't have that big display out there, it was able, I'm gonna put it this way, it was easier for people to see everything they wanted to see last week when we took, there was a lot of stuff that didn't go up. But then they were able to see the Yoni steams even clearer. So it was like, okay, we can sell Yoni steams. She was able to sell lip glosses. You were able to see the stuff a lot clearer when there's not so much stuff on the table.
And so that way, did you Did you not put a lot of resin out? Is that why you did it that way, or did you do that?
I didn't put a lot of stuff out. It wasn't just a resin.
In general.
Yeah, I just try to make it where it's a simple table, so when you come, you're not overwhelmed.
Yeah. Okay.
So and it wasn't me. Alize was really the one putting stuff out. I was just taking stuff back out because I was like wanting to be there, and then I try to make it where there's a room for everything. So if you can have a little space in between each area, you have that space in between each area to be able to truly see
the distinguish each
area.
Okay.
And that's the thing, is like sometimes again, if you going through and you're trying to walk around and see everything, and you want to make sure you be fair to everybody, you give your money to everybody. Our table takes up all that time. That's why a lot of people are like, I'm gonna come right back. But then they're still not checking out the stuff, so then they don't know that there's all these other stuff on the table for them. But if you just have like the earrings resin, so that has a display of its own, have the body butter and stuff, and have that displayed very cutely. Have the teas. The teas does good by itself. Have the other stuff in their areas. It makes it so much easier. Still, it's one-stop shop. So, still, but it's just like you're taking you got to pick, like, what items are you going to cater to? Are you going to stay in this function of the items? Or are you going to stay here? Something that everybody should be thinking about every week. Like, okay, this week I'm going to sell this, and I'm going to make sure I have lots of this so I can sell out. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we can sit here and say, like I'll say with my teas and lemonades, I have 3 or 4 bottles of them. That's it. And I'm done.
Yeah.
But no.
They go. They be going.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I should be stocked up on them, sitting ready to pull them out with a whole bunch. Yeah. But I can't because I have so much other stuff. Yeah. So I feel like we should have a limit. What we should do, if you're going to stay in the food area, stay in the food area. If you're going to stay in the so-and-so area, stay in that. Or have your 2 areas, but make sure you're stocked up. If you only have a display of, say, if Alize only has 4 body butters, but she has 20 lip glosses, then eliminate the body butter. It's a waste of time. But if she has 10 body butters and 20 lip glosses and only 3 sugar scrub, the sugar scrub is eliminated because you're wasting time because you weren't prepared to be actually selling. Now you're just picking and choosing what to sell. Don't do that. We have to think business wise. Like, one thing we know having a gift shop is when you have only a couple of items out there, people will not buy the couple of items. But if you have tons of those items out there, they're more likely to buy those items. You know what I mean? So it's to have that mindset of what you're going to do in that area. Try to pick out, and don't go off of my limit of saying 3 or 4. I'm just giving an example. But a lot of times, we're putting out stuff and we don't even have enough to really be putting out there to gratefully sell a lot. So let's think about the stuff, because right now our table's too cluttered. We need about 2, I'd say we almost need like 2.5 tables to put all our stuff on, so you can literally really get a true vision of what we got. When we could actually be good with 1.5 tables of what we have. If we did it, if we be fair to ourselves, not to each other, but to ourselves, and say, I made a lot of this, so this one's going out. I made a lot of that. That's going out. I made a lot of this was going out. And that's it. And then if somebody goes, oh, I came to get the so-and-so. Oh, I have a couple of those. These are what I'm focused on today. But I do have a couple of them, and they sit beside us. And you can have those areas beside you where you can give it. But if you only have 1 or 2, why is it wasting room on the table for your 1 or 2? Because that's where we're being selfish at. And that's what I'm saying. It's like you want people to, it still want to be at one stop, but you want people to see everybody's item so everybody get an equal sale. And right now it's not an equal sale. It's not. And so that's where I said I'm going to eliminate some of my resin, because I'll do my resin earrings because that doesn't cost a lot of money, and we don't really have jewelry on the table, so I'll eliminate my resin earrings. And then I'm focusing on other stuff that I can actually afford even when I don't have money.
Mm.
Because you're always going to afford food because you're always hungry.
And the one thing too is people always want to buy food because they be hungry all the time.
Yeah, so
That's the one thing that they'll buy. They will be like, "Oh, is that what it is?"
Exactly.
They'll
So
get
you
that.
just always are. Those are business things that it's a hard decision to make, and you have to really critique yourself. And that's where a lot of people fail in their business is they won't critique themselves. They won't. They can critique everybody else. They can see other people. They won't critique themselves. You have to. And like I said, I've been critiquing myself, and I've been saying a lot of times I'm not gonna put everything out. And then I listen to everybody. No, put it all in. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna put everything out. But I just didn't know why I shouldn't put everything out. I was like, it's just too much on the table. But now that I've seen it and saw how it worked, things that normally didn't sell was selling because you can actually see. And those are things that I was like, oh, okay. That's why. And you gotta learn. And I was watching something else. It was on YouTube. I love watching YouTube, you guys. It was something on YouTube that also explains like why you need to really know what you want to do, like what your business is. And it's a really important thing because our mind is always going to grow to something bigger. We're always going to elaborate. We're always going to have the skills on it. But one thing I noticed is like a lot of the people that be vending, they were making the stuff years before they actually popped up. And they was just sitting on it. And sitting on it and sitting on it. So there's no reason why we can't do the same thing. And then, like I said, pick and choose what we're going to bring. Okay, I'm going to bring this to this place. And okay, the next place, I'm going to bring this to this place. Yeah. Because I was looking at it, and another reason that got me the idea, because a lot of big vendors, they only give you a 10 by 10 table. I don't care how many people's on your table. So you got a 10 by 10 to sell with, and that's what you're paying for. And they don't really want you to come in with your extra table. They want everybody to have the same size table. So then you have to look at it like this. With the 10 by 10, and there's 4 of us, what items are we putting out on that 10 by 10 table? Yeah.
Yep.
What are you going to put out on that 10 by 10 table? And those are things to look at as how to decorate with the tickets. Everybody else that we go to is really nice. Yeah, we'll give you 18 tables. You need 18 tables? Yeah. They'll give us 18 tables for the lowly price of what the price is, which is really unfair to them as well. But they're nice and they love us, so they do it. But we're dripping them out of money as well, so it's things to think about. Like, okay, can we fit 10 by 10? Because there's a lot of places where I know we can make way more money, but we really need to like get on our Instagram and really post our stuff on our Instagram so people can buy from our Instagram. And we have that. You know, we have our own Instagram page, but we also need to always post on our Royal Kingdom One Stop Instagram. And I actually like the One Stop Shop better than the Royal Kingdom.
The one-stop shop?
I like because we call it the Royal Kingdom One Stop Shop. So I like the Royal Kingdom be like the small name and the One Stop Shop be big because that's who we are. We really are a one-stop shop. And like I said, I want people to where they follow us and be like, okay, what are you guys displaying? And we're showing you on our page, this is what we're going to have at this location. So come and check us out on this location. Make people follow us all the time to wherever we go.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if we had a lonely place and never got advertised because people are going to be wanting to go with us because, oh no, they got the so-and-so and I got to get the so-and-so. You know, have that as an incentive. You have to have a good strategy and marketing plan. And you can't expect that strategy and marketing plan to work at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions. It's going to be something that builds up. But you got to be able to promote your stuff. And not only do you promote it on your regular page, you have to promote it on your business page. So everybody got to get that in their head. To promote. And that is this is like a good opening to really understand and know because I'm always doing something new. Like, I love painting, so I done went back to painting.
Yeah.
And I went back to painting because of the other show. She said she wants some pictures. And she wanted my big one that's on the side here. And I was like, I can make some more because I'm supposed to be making more. Everybody has blessed me. My sister blessed me with all these records and everything. And I wasn't doing it because I started resin, so I forgot to be doing what I need to do. But now, and this is what I like about it. Even though everybody stocked me up on my records and stuff, now when I'm painting, am I looking for anything? No, because I already got it.
You got everything you need.
Exactly. So if I really wanted to display pictures, all I need to do is get a thing that holds up to display all my pictures if I want to. But if not, I can always put it on the Royal Kingdom page, and people can be like, "Oh, I want to get that picture. Can you have it at your stop?" And I go like, "Yes, I can." And if you want to, Cashapp me the money, and I'll put sold on the picture, and you can come and get the picture. We have these opportunities to do it. We just need to use it to do it. So as a business thing that we did today, my wonderful sister knew I can talk about business all day. Is do that. Is we have to really advertise and promote our stuff.
Yeah.
If you're gonna hustle, you gotta really hustle, and you gotta think smart and wise on the products that you're gonna do, and make it where people want to crave your stuff. Like you could go, okay, you know what? You want this? I'm not gonna make it available to you this week. Now you can always cash at me, you can always do this, but we'll still have the item there. It's just not displayed. So it's just about really making it easier for you to know what I'm displaying and I came for the so-and-so tea. Like Eric tea always runs out for her. So sometimes she just only has 2 Eric teas. So don't put the Eric tea out. Oh, I came to get the other. I got 2 left. You do? Yeah, I just have it over here because this is what I'm displaying today, but I do have an Eric tea. And boom, you pop it out. So you're still making a sale. But people knew what they wanted when they was coming, so they got that. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying you can't bring it. It just can't go on the table. Just have it really organized and ready to flow with what you need to do. And that's an easy job. After you finish critiquing yourself and yelling at yourself and be like, I don't know what I want to do. Because that's what I did. Because I was like, always, because my sister is all about making it great. She will sell me. She's told people that. I will sell her to make some money. And so I was like, okay. And she's always like, you're going to miss opportunities. And I was like, yeah. But other people are missing opportunities because I got 15 items on this table. So other people are missing opportunities. If you don't have enough items on the table, then it should be on the low item side. The ones that have the most stuff should be on the most side. It should have like that in that area. But it makes people like, my daughter, Allie, talks to me and it's like, she, gets a little frustrated and it's like, her thing is every time we do the table, there's never no room for her stuff, so we always squeeze in and put her stuff there. And as you squeeze in and put her stuff there, it's really no reason to put it there because nobody noticed it. But people noticed it last week. She sold her little $18 body butter. I'm like, you go, girl. She was selling them things, selling the lip glosses, and she was making her money. And she made a lot of money that she hasn't made in a long time.
Wow, yeah.
It was a long time before I don't even know when was the last time she made that much money at the thing, but it was a way it was represented and able to see it. Because people want to see stuff, but if it's too much, and once you see something you like or notice, you'll forget about everything on the table. So yes, we're going to always make a sale, but is everybody in our group going to always make a sale? Because right now I can tell you, me and Joanne have the most stuff on the table, so we're always most likely going to make a sale. Now the other two, it's up for a draw. And it's true. And it's sad, but it's true. But I think we can make more money by doing that than we've been doing. Because people always want to buy. So then whatever it is, like your display, like for people like Alize, she has a rare stuff by herself. Like, none of us is making lip gloss, body butter, sugar scrubs. None of us is making that. So she just really needs to make a big display of that so people can see that first. And then she needs to rename it. And then, so there's a lot of stuff that she's going to have to do to build her business accordingly to that. Where me and Joanne, and then Alize need to do that one box. But then where me and Joanne needs to say, okay, I'm put this stuff over here. And this is what we're going to be mainly focused on. And make our kitchen area, and I'm saying kitchen area as our food area, our food big areas, our tea areas, So then when other stuff comes along, whatever it is, then if we want that to be displayed on the table, we made so many. So then that can be displayed, because now it's not I'm just throwing something up there. It is now a business item, not a hobby. We don't. That's how I want to say. We don't want to throw hobbies up there. We want to throw businesses up there. So if it's a straight business, you want to do it. Because I can go down there and put 2 or 3 pictures up. That's not a business. That's a hobby. That's me trying to make some money. But the people that got all the pictures and all the display of pictures, those are people that are trying to really make money off their pictures.
Right.
So I would not do that. But if I display it on there and you say, I'm coming to get it, I will have it ready. I will put the sold sign up there so people can see it. So other people, oh, do you make these pictures? I do. Check us out on our one-stop shop. There, check us out. And then they can easily check us out. Oh, do you like, it doesn't make sense for my sister to bring sea mouse and have to try to figure out how to keep it cold. When if she's there, you can say, I'm going to be there. Your sea mouse will be there. Make sure you're here by this time because I'm going to have it on ice. I'm not buying dry ice. I'm going to have it on ice. So make sure you're there. So if I'm bringing this cooler, you better come and get it. Already cash at me or I'm not going to bring it. So then the money's there. If you don't come and get your item, then that's on you. You already paid for it. So that's the, not being rude. I know that sounded rude, but that's just how the business will be. So people can have it to understand. So those are things like, okay, yeah. Because like I tell you right now, the main thing my sisters should be making that she don't make, and I have not understood why. Come closer.
I need to come closer. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, heifer.
What?
This heifer. I want to call her out her name. The heifer, as far as I'm going to go today.
My cookie?
You know it is.
Oh,
It's her cookies. She got all this other crap, but she should be selling her cookies.
I ain't thinking
That's something she been always wanting to sell. She got all kinds of stuff. She went to business school and then was talking about the damn cookies. Everybody know about the cookies. Every holiday she got to make a cookie. Why her ass ain't got a cookie up there? I'm waiting. You tell me why, because I'm waiting. All she got to say is, Put some cute little boxes up there. And put the cookies in there and call it a day. She should have cookies up there. I'm up here with cake in a box and I'm over making up crap and stuff. She up here, cake in a jar, yeah. And she could be having her cookies. Like, really? Somebody tell me. Just saying.
MotherEarth consultant.
What did you just say?
I said I'm MotherEarth consultant.
Come on, MotherEarth consulting you upside.
I need to make healthier cookies.
She said, it's not rude, it's common courtesy. Thank you for the telling people to put up for her.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, and Joy, you know she made some bomb cookies. She should be selling it.
I don't know if I'm going to get one.
You never given that for the holidays? Do you not like Joy?
I don't know. All person, you know who always be wanting it is, my lovely daughter. She be tearing them down.
She made some bomb cookies, and she's always made good chocolate chip cookies. Always made good chocolate chip. And I don't know why and that's the easiest thing for her to keep in the house because literally, it's food. And yeah, she can buy 2-3 big bags at Costco for the chocolate chip and some flour and sugar. She is on the road to making some good cookies. Why she doesn't make those cookies, I don't even know. She should have been. I always say that. Even when we have Faith bringing in the cakes, I don't know why this heifer won't make no damn cookies. And the bad part is that when we first were doing it, I should make some cookies. I'm going to go home early in the morning and make some cookies. I didn't make no cookies, and I ain't heard about cookies since. And I ain't heard about cookies since. That would be one of her biggest sellers. It's her cookies. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, just saying. She should be making cookies. Yeah. That's a straight side hustle right there. It's cookies. Chocolate chip cookies.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's just me. I'm just saying we are on the business.
Mm-hmm.
She said not one. Oh, she didn't get this poor woman no cookies. Joy, you should feel offended like she don't like you for not giving me no cookies. When I met her, she stuffed a cookie down my throat. Okay, I was only 2 years old, but that was a cookie down my throat. But anyway.
I made them more back then.
But I'm just saying that's a good selling point for your thing is your cookies. And you already had like business ideas, business plan for the cookies, and you just I know you're a MotherEarth consultant, and I'm not knocking MotherEarth consultant. MotherEarth consultant can make some cookies.
That's true.
I'm just saying. And we have a food table. So it'll be like the cake in a jar. Yeah, we have a food section. Cake in a jar, that in a jar, and call it that. Because I'm taking down the spicy seasoning. And just doing the bomb.com and the hot sauce, the drinks, and then the cake in a jar. And the only reason I'm taking down the spicy is because that's what people are like, do you have any spicy seasoning? Yes, I do. I could just pop it out.
Yeah.
But right now, the main thing sells is the bomb.com.
Yeah, it does.
And so that's the one, and that's the one I advertise the most too, is the bomb.com. I mean, I talk about the other ones, but that's the main one because it was everywhere with us, been with us for years.
Yeah.
So, and then I do the drinks only because literally there would be no drinks at a lot of the locations that we're at.
Yeah.
So then now I want to do different kinds of cakes because I can't do any like hot food dishes because I ain't got nothing to keep it hot. And then I was like, I'm going to do a pasta salad. I'm not going to just sit there and look at the pasta salad. Yeah. So I said, I will do the cake in a jar. And then like for Christmas, I'll do the popcorn thing or whatever like that. But I'm going to change up. But whatever I'm going to have a lot of. I'm going to create. She said now she want to cook or she going to cry.
She's going to cry anyway. She's just having a rough day.
But a cookie will make her feel good.
I know, make me feel good too.
So like I said, in case you didn't read that language, I'm not making the damn cookies. That was what that
she know what I got going on today, and I gotta be, man, that's stressful.
Cookies not stressful.
No, I'm not about trying to make my one that's selling. If Ciroc wouldn't be tearing up my stuff, and I have what I need, all my money keep having to buy extra stuff so I can keep making what I'm in. And he's just stupid stuff. It's irritating. So.
You don't have to do like I do. You buy your stuff, I buy mine. Don't touch it. You want labels, buy you some sticker paper. You want these, because sometimes they need to understand.
That Vitamix thing, the situation was there.
Oh, you need to buy your whole new one.
That's my situation right now. That's what's frustrating because it's like I can't let something like that stop me because I'm one of those people. You order, I'm boom trying to. Because with CMOS and things like that, it gives me a day. If you tell me you want it that day, I get right on it and I'm getting it to you the next day. That means I gotta make it that night. But I can't have machines malfunctioning, and I gotta have that. And I had no issues before. And of course, like I said, it was never touched before. But of course, he gets a hold of everything and he's using it. Like I said. If some go off that emerald, I'm sending him to your way for the beatdowns.
Oh, he won't live. He won't live. It'll be a sad day for him. Well, it'll be a sad day for all of us because he won't live. So I'll be crying and I'm the one who did. I'll be the biggest crier.
And they just have such a nonchalant attitude about it whenever they destroy stuff or. Why you getting so upset? They have no idea. And it's like,
you can pay me back.
Like, you act like and then they act like that's something. Well, I just like it's no big deal.
And what do you want for your birthday? It's coming up.
What did I want?
What do you want? Because I know what Ciroc giving you for your birthday, but what do you want?
Honestly, I would love to not be in this pain I'm in all the time.
Okay, well, we can't help you with that.
I'm the only person that can help myself. I said I'm the only person. That's what your friend, your other person that you work with had said yesterday was, I'm healing so many other people. I need to find the formula for me.
Oh, because I've never said that. You're right.
You say all the time. But I'm saying it's so much. The list is so long.
But that's what I'm saying. You should be working on you. And if you're working on you, then it can heal other people. But first, you gotta heal you. That's what I'm saying. How you healing people and you broke down?
But you got the process. But people have to understand. For me, the process for me is I don't mind healing people along the road.
But my thing is, you're not healing yourself along the road, so it is a problem. You're doing it backwards. You're more healing other people, and then oops, I'm in pain. I don't want to be in pain no more. But I'm not gonna heal myself though.
I just haven't found my.
No, that's what you need to be working on stuff for you. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, are you even with the products that you're making? How much are you taking it?
No. Well, I use my teas and stuff. Yes.
You said my kids do that. Yeah. Take all your stuff.
Destroy everything. I just man. And knowing you done bought them stuff and got them their stuff and whatever, and you know,
it's horrible.
It is, but you know.
I need you to. But I'm glad somebody else tells you, because when I tell you something, you don't listen.
No, you're right. But I just said, like I said, the list was so long I didn't know where to begin. Because you got to think about it. You got the long list, and you got then you got more coming. And
the first thing I would do. This is me. The first thing I would do is find me a tea or a salve or a tincture or something that relieves pain. That's the thing.
I hope it's not gonna knock me out.
Because not something that would knock you out, but just relieve. Yeah, but find you something, like do research on relieving pain. Because that way, if it relieves your pain, you know dang well it'll relieve everybody else's pain.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing I would look at. Then I would start looking at, okay, I need something to help my arthritis. I need something to help my cuckoo. I need something to help. Then you can, because now you got the pain and you can function to do the things that you need to do.
Yeah.
So the first thing I would do is, like you said, there's that one tea that has something in it. I guess it's that Eric's tea that has the prednisone or some medicine for that.
The licorice root.
Yeah. So then find something for you, and I will probably make it not a tea. I mean, I would do a tea too, but I would do one that you can put in a jar, little bottles. Yeah, but not with alcohol, just with all the vitamins and stuff, and make it and put it in your mouth.
Do I have to use a glycerin if I make it?
That's our vegetable glycerin. It is.
Yeah, glycerin.
She says she needs a trip to Puerto Rico or St. Cruz, somewhere far away, but she's not going to go even if she had it. Oh no, she's not. She's gonna bring the rugrats, and that's still ain't the vacation because the rugrats are there. You gotta do it on your own, by yourself, relaxing, and enjoy life, living that life that's living. But yeah, that's the thing. But that's what I'm trying to say for you is like, okay, what are you going to do for you? Like, you gotta make something that heals you. Because right now, everybody can go, oh yeah, this heals me. But you will never know what the side effects are. You will never know, like, it heals, but it's not doing this because you're not trying it. And you have everybody's illness. Yeah. You have everybody's illness. So what are you going to do that's going to help you heal from having everybody's illness? Like, that's the first thing. And I would go with pain first.
Yeah.
All the natural medicines that act like Vicodin or Oxycodone, but it's not addictive and all that. And put that in a little liquid form. And ta-da. And then they go like this. Time to have pain, they go like this. And then they buy it. This is better than ibuprofen and Tylenol mixed together. This is better than Vicodin and Oxys and Percocets and all this. This is this, and it's natural and it's not addictive.
Yeah.
Because sometimes this knee hurt, and it's hard for me to go up and down the stairs. I want something. I've tried everybody's medicine.
Stuff is not working.
It doesn't work.
I've just been having the same problem. And
they tell me how much they research it.
Yeah,
I do this and
it
I
don't
do
work. And if it do, the CBD in it just knocks me out.
At least it knocks you out, because it does me.
I can't be knocked out.
I ain't never been knocked out by it. I have not been affected.
Too much to do.
So at least she got something to knock her ass out, but I don't have nothing. Because it don't knock me out. I just sit there with the same pain. So those are things that's your first thing. Is let me heal yourself. Yeah,
It's true.
Talking to a wall.
And make cookies. Please stop make cookies.
And that's all I'm trying to say.
And everybody be happy. And take a vacation.
Take a vacation.
I'm hoping to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to do that so bad. I just gotta get to the beach. Gotta get to the water. Gotta get to the water somehow. I was saying because the water was so, it's always been so healing for me, and just even just mentally. And the last few times that I have been able to go to the beach, I never got to get to the water. You know, I'm always, you be in the rental house, you be wherever you staying or whatever, and you just doing whatever you should. I was never able to get out to the water. And usually for me, that's where I have my one-on-one with, God, and
I don't do that.
I do that. Oh yes.
I don't like walking on the water. The water's too cold.
Yeah.
When it's hot outside, the water's too cold.
Okay. But if you take a trip to those other places, they'd be warm.
Yeah, I'll go to there.
Yeah, that'd be warm.
Yeah, it's close. I don't like walking on sand either.
Not when it's too hot. It's not going on.
I don't mind if it's like a short distance, but that long walk on the sand.
Yeah, that long walk.
Because when you
wear you out.
It's
yes, and then it wears
so
you out.
So like you climbing a mountain and stuff. I ain't got time for all that.
It is.
I just like the view. I'm happy just looking at the view, like the water and relaxing. I love that.
Oh my gosh, that last time though was so horrible when I went. I guess you keep thinking about it. And I was all happy, like, okay, we're at the up top, and I was trying to barbecue. I felt like we had a barbecue. Honey, then seagulls tore that food up. It just came and took the food off the thing. And I never forget, Ciroc was so angry because he was just like, did the birds just take your food? And then the girls got their little skewers, and there was when Black Panther came out, there was like it was Wakanda. So just, because they literally, I think what it is because they're so accustomed to all those those places where people are renting them out, and so the birds are used to everybody with the food. So they just come and take your food. Like literally, as soon as you put something on the road, you gotta be like, you really have to be on guard.
Mm-mm.
And they just took all they took, and Ciroc was hot. Oh, he was mad because they took. I think I put a whole pack of hot dogs on it. Them birds came down, took them thing. I said, well, I guess we're gonna be cooking inside. And just not gonna do this barbecuing thing. That was so hilarious. So yeah, I just. But I do agree. I love the view. I love stuff like that. I even like where I'm at, where I live right now. If it wasn't so ghetto, but I love the view from where I'm at. I love being able to look out and see what I see. But the environment is not the greatest. We just had somebody walk right all over our building, and that made no sense last night. I guess it was yesterday, and nobody took it off. But it was really about heaven and hell type stuff or whatever, but it was just really weird. I said, well, this person wrote all this stuff in now one Bible verse.
I was like, where's your cameras at? Like,
and they're there. And that's why I was like, how did you guys know?
Camera
I was like, why did they not get this person? And then they said, why did the maintenance man not watch it out? Because I guess the person must have did it early. So I said, I think it just probably was like a homeless person who was just so crazy, but it was. And
nobody saw it. That's what cracks me up. And nobody.
They said that our manager wasn't in yesterday, so the manager wasn't in. So
but I'm just saying that one apartment person did not see somebody writing. Because every time I'm there, there's always traffic going in and out the building.
But I guess it was so early, but like they said, regardless, when the maintenance man got there and seen it, he should have just wiped it off. Because it's like you just basically had there all day. So that's what I said. It made no sense. Because it's like, if that was that early, put up that early, then he could have did it. Like I said, they've been leaving, stuff been happening, and they just been leaving everything there. And I'm like, this is just gross. Mm-hmm. I guess they don't care. I guess they're tired. Okay. They don't want to do their job. So,
nobody wants to work anymore.
It is. Oh, man, you can say that again. You can say that again. People are so desperate for good workers now. It is. But, hey, and be like us and just do your own thing. Start your own thing.
Yeah.
Start your own thing. Because we got our own thing.
We need to bonfire and bake at the
Clam
beach.
bake?
Clam bake at the beach.
Yeah, she be all kind of great stuff.
Oh, that sounds good.
I said, Joy be having.
I'm going to New York.
Dreaming
And when I go to
dreaming.
New York, I'm having a good time.
She be having dream.
We do a little cussing out, but I gotta do the cussing out. I'm having a good
You're
time.
gonna enjoy yourself. You always do.
I am.
That's
It's all about having a good time.
Yeah. We only got one life, y'all. We gotta do what we gotta do. Now we gotta do what I gotta do.
I guess Alizé gonna lose her one life.
But we hope you guys totally paid attention to what Lydia was saying, because that is true. And it's also good too that it's like, what I liked about the things that you said today was it was like you're holding your own stuff accountable. You're looking at your stuff. You're looking at, you're looking at everybody else, but you also look at yourself. And that's what we need. We need people in our lives to help us, to hold us accountable, and not just, and they want the best for you, and are able to, give suggestions and things like that to better, especially with this business. But being in business and stuff, you want people that are there for you, or that, even, have good ideas. It's not like you're necessarily going to take everything that they say, but just the fact that they believe in you, so, to care enough to say stuff, to have the suggestions and things like that. And it's because it's hard enough to do your own business. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a blessing when you have someone in your life that is able to, kind of help you out or whatever. like I said, right now, our kids, to me, they're that hard-headed stage, so sometimes they just don't get it or they don't want to listen. Mm-hmm. But they're gonna have to get it eventually. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They'll learn that one way or another. But I really do. I think that is good. And then so also too, like I said, there's just so much more advancement that we have that we're gonna be doing. It's hard. We gotta be consistent. Like I said, being on these sites and these platforms and all over the place, and you gotta be consistent. That's hard, because you get tired because you're doing so much stuff. Your hands are so much stuff. And I think with all of our hands doing so many different things that sometimes one will lack because we're so involved in something else. Like right now, you are all into your paintings, but something else is going to lack because that energy you're using for that is lacking where it could have been used for somewhere else. But like you said too, stock up on your stuff. She's got all this resin built up. That's cool. Now she can work on this other thing for this minute because she's got so many different talents. That's the cool thing about it. But
that's how my painting got like this, because I put it all in resin. But now I ain't got no resin. I went back to
Right. Well, like I said, it is what it is. And I don't stress out about things because, like I always tell, God knows what He's doing and everything's in His timing and whatever. So, it is what it is. And this is because I've always thought this is an amazing gift that she has, and I always thought she could do that. And the thing too, also because of the fact that we were allowed to see other people have those gifts and see how, boom, they were just selling like crazy. Mm. And you could get a lot of money in one shot, you know what I'm saying? So, and you have this gift here, it's like, well, get on it, because these people are selling this stuff. Right now, if you think about it, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4 already. That you could have displayed. And I'm pretty sure you got a whole bunch more somewhere that you could be, boom, displaying somewhere. And you got that many for that whole section. That could be a whole section in itself. You can have your table set with the stuff, but the section, paint section over here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, there's just endless possibilities with Lydia. So she's always doing something. I'm multitasking too, but sometimes I just be too dang tired. I am. Yeah. I might be like, but I like arts and crafts stuff. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I really am a fan of arts and crafts, and I learned about me loving arts and crafts so late in life. Mm-hmm. So it's just really one of those things that it is. But I hope the main thing you guys got out of it is that you really have to promote your stuff, and on all your platforms you got to promote it. But you really want to promote it
on your business platform more than anything else. You promote it on all your other stuff, but promote it on your business platform more than anything else. And they have a list, like if people want to buy your stuff, and they'll ask you, but they have to start seeing it a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just about your marketing or your marketplaces or your pop-ups or your vending or all those. It's in your Etsy and all that. And you have to really be a part of your stuff. And that's one thing I can say for us. We are not a part of our Royal Kingdom Instagram page.
Mm-hmm.
We're not even a part of our Talkitoutshow page. Let's get real where the conversation is.
Mm-hmm.
And that is our fault.
Mm-hmm.
And so as we're doing this, we have to build on that.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to make more sales, it's good that we can make a sale or two, 3, 4 here and there. It's even if you can do 10 sales a day. 10 sales a day. But if you could do 50 sales a day, why not go for that goal? Why are we just happy at the bare minimum? Oh, I sold this and I sold this. When you should be like, I did 50. Now my next goal is 75. Now my next goal is 100. How am I going to do this? How many people am I going to hire to help me do this? Those are the goals that should be in your plan. How much product are you putting out to be noticeable so people can take the time, to have it? I know a lot of people, even with the hot sauce, is like, do you have a sample? And I was like, no. I don't. And have I thought about having a sample? No. I did at one moment, but I was like, I didn't want to buy a whole bunch of spoons for somebody to sample. So my thing was like a chip. But then, some chips are too salty and then the season might make it. So it's just a lot of stuff like, no, it's hot sauce. You want it? It's just one of those things. Like hot sauces are various things. You don't have to really have a taste test of hot sauce. Now barbecue sauce is different because we like different styles of barbecue sauce.
Yeah, somebody
so those are yeah. So there you have the difference in there. But a lot of times people come and ask me about that. And I've been thinking, should I do a thing? I'm confident in my stuff, but it's like that hot sauce be really hurting my throat. So if I do a free bottle that I could have made money off of, don't feel like that's right. That's where I'm at. So, but it's those things you got to look at, what you don't mind being free, what you don't mind doing that. Because there's sometimes you do got to have a free item. Sometimes you do have to have a giveaway item. And there's some things you do want to have those things when people purchase or something. So, but we do have to advertise. And the more we advertise and the more people like our stuff, the more then we can actually make money. And our hustling is not going in vain. But right now, as we're only making stuff for vending and a few orders here and there, it's really a waste of our time. It's going in vain. So we got to do better. And as we're going to do better, we want you to do better. And that's why we're showing you, tell you everything that we go through so you can know what not to do and what to do. But you always want to try it again. Top being the better you. What can you do to make your business a better you? What can you do? Because if you don't have it, then there's nothing we can do about it. So.
I love you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Wednesday. And check us out on Friday on Spreaker at 10:30.
Yay!